David Modell is telling us that Mullen might be a buy. This is like the first time Investor Place has ever said anything positive about Mullen Automotive. So in this video, we're going to break down this article from this guy because I've seen him write on Investor Place before, and it was not positive signs for Mullen Automotive. All I ask, guys, is that you drop a like, you subscribe, and of course, grab your coffee. Here's mine. He says, overdone, the Mullen stock beatdown ought to end soon. Risk takers and bottom feeders, whatever, same thing, right? Might want to take a chance on Mullen stock. So is he saying that the bottom is in? Will we see $11 soon, like I've been saying on these videos? Let's find out. Mullen Automotive's commercial electric truck earned a key certification for a number of U.S. states, so we knew about that. Furthermore, Mullen Automotive is venturing viciously into the Dominican Republic and Caribbean markets. We've talked about this also. Risk-tolerant investors should think about buying a few shares of Mullen stock. So we should think about buying a few shares of Mullen stock. Well, a lot of us have a lot of shares of Mullen stock, especially if we've been invested for over a year to 2 years now. So is now the time we turn around? Is everything starting to play out the way it was always planned, where they wanted 3 reverse stock splits? Okay, they got their production line going. They're starting to collect revenue. Are they actually going to win in the EV sector? Is the Class 1 van going to dominate? Let's keep reading. He goes on to say, I'll admit it, I've been hard on electric vehicle EV, Mullen. Some time has passed, though, and my Mullen stock forecast has changed now. Wow. Okay. That the share price is so far down. If there's a turnaround, it could be swift, and Mullen's Automotive's investors may be positioned for outsized returns. Outsized returns. He goes on to talk about a short squeeze. Sure, a short squeeze could propel Mullen stock higher, yet there are other reasons to lean bullish on Mullen Automotive. What is going on here, Investor Place? While Mullen's financials aren't perfect, at least there's room for improvement, and as we'll discover, the company is preparing to venture into multiple regional EV markets. Investing in Mullen Automotive has been a rough ride, no doubt. Facts. The company's earnings losses have been a serious concern. Furthermore, Mullen needs a potential NASDAQ exchange. That issue was resolved, though. He's just talking about how they got NASDAQ compliant, which they did after the 3rd reverse stock split. Then there's the gut-wrenching share price drawdown. Mullen stock has lost much of its value during the past month, 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years. Facts. Now I'm starting to think that the market is being too harsh. All right, let's see what happens. After all, I can't speak. It's so early. It's not even 5 a.m. yet, so appreciate you if you're up early with me. After all, Mullen Automotive's financial situation isn't entirely bad. For what it's worth, Mullen recorded its first revenue of $366,000 last year. This is hilarious to me. These Investor Place writers, I think they're just kind of told what to write, and they just put it out because they have never been a fan of Mullen, and they were making fun of Mullen for only making this much money. Moreover, Mullen Automotive delivered $652,000 worth of EVs to Randy Marion Automotive Group. There's no denying that Randy Marion Automotive Group has been a great customer partner for Mullen Automotive. True. Just recently, Mullen disclosed that 130 additional Class 1 EV cargo vans have been delivered and invoiced for $4.3 million to Randy. As February 1st, had invoiced 17.3 to date commercial vehicles. In addition, the company claimed to be out of the gate with positive gross profit margin per vehicle. Thus, it appears that Mullen Automotive might actually have what it takes to stage a turnaround in 2024. So is 2024 the year for Mullen Automotive? We've looked at every obstacle, everything that could happen for Mullen. I think it could be good as long as they don't dilute. I think it could be good if the board buys shares. Like, it's just crazy to me. You look at Palantir's CEO and all their board members, they have a bunch of shares. Now, they sold actually last week above $24, but the stock ran over like 200% in the last year or so. Adding to the bullish argument are a couple of positive announcements from Mullen. So we heard about this, right? Mullen announced that its Mullen 3 commercial electric truck is now California Air Resources Board CARB certified. This means the Mullen 3 meets the strict emission standards of the District of Columbia. Got it. So they can actually go beyond 50 states, right? They're going to the Dominican Republic, Caribbean EV markets. Could be positive. Here are the details. Not long ago, Mullen Automotive announced a vehicle order with Grupo Cabal to purchase Mullen campus EV cargo vans for resale in the Dominican Republic. So again, I'm down for it. Campus vans, Class 1 vans, Class 3 vehicle, that's what Mullen should be focused on. I've said this repeatedly in multiple videos. They have to dominate at one thing. Stop trying to be the next Tesla with these Tesla Model Ys and these sports cars and whatever else they're doing. Just focus on the Class 1, campus, Class 3. That is it. So then that company put in an order for 20 campus EV cargo vans. So Mullen's stock forecasts big risk but big potential rewards. The market has been tough on Mullen Automotive, and so have I. Yet my current Mullen stock forecast calls for an imminent turnaround after a relentless and perhaps overdone drawdown. Wow. When he says turnaround, how massive is this thing going to be? Because this is pretty surprising, guys, that Investor Place is talking like this about Mullen. They have trashed Mullen to the ground, which hasn't helped, right? Plus the dilution, plus the illegal short selling, plus all that stuff that I don't even know if it's getting resolved with this lawsuit. If Mullen Automotive can seize its opportunities in certain U.S. states and in the Dominican Republic and Caribbean EV markets, Mullen stock could zoom higher and demolish the short sellers. There's certainly no guarantee that any of this will happen. Still, if you can handle the risks and are seeking huge possible rewards, consider a small share position in Mullen Automotive. Wow. So then you pair this with the cost to borrow is extremely high. You could see this gets updated every 7 minutes. Well, not every 7 minutes. 7 minutes ago, this was updated. And the cost to borrow has actually gone up. The minimum on the 9th, which was Friday, was at 90, and now it's at 93. So Investor Place writing this bullish article, the cost to borrow extremely high, Mullen being very oversold on every single level. I've talked to you guys about where I would be looking for if the stock does go up. This is not financial advice to tell you to buy or sell any stocks out there. It's just my own opinion. And what do you guys think of this article? Are you feeling good about Mullen Automotive this week? Because it's still very risky, but it is interesting that someone on Investor Place is actually writing about Mullen. Interesting, right? So we'll see what happens this week. It looks like we're green in pre-market. And I've shared with you guys, what I have now, I'm going to ride to the top wherever this thing goes. Or if Mullen doesn't make it, then I'm going to ride it all the way down. But I think Mullen will make it. It's just the biggest scare is how much are they going to dilute this year, okay? So we'll see. Drop a like. Appreciate you all. Leave a comment. Have a great Monday. See you on the next one.